Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 15 of our Dragon Age the Veilguard Rogue gameplay series. I'm Commander Jorval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, no admin notes about the game. At this point, we talked about the patch last week, so we'll skip right into our recap. At the end of last week's episode, we had just finished up a fight. And that fight was against a blighted dragon in the Heart of Corruption quest. Before that, we had fought another dragon in the Pinnacle of Its Kind quest. So we kind of ended off by taking on a couple of high dragons. And today we are definitely going to get into taking on a couple more, and better yet, taking them both on at the same time. So today we're going to follow up in the main quest line, and that's going to lead us into a bunch of other quests. But let's go ahead and jump in, and we'll kind of take stock of where we are. Okay, so here we are. We ended off last week with a fight down here against a blighted dragon in the last quest. And we have almost finished up entirely here inside of the crossroads. And that brings me to something that I did want to look at. And that's okay. Yeah, I know where this chest is in the crossroads, so we're not here yet. So let's go ahead and take a look at our journal, and we can see where we are. So a fighting chance is the only quest that we have available to us. Warden Gray's final repose we can't get to. The Shark's Mouth caves are not open for us yet. So we're going to head back to the Lighthouse, and we are going to check in on a fighting chance. Now, we do have a bunch of other quests here that we said we were going to be doing today, and these range in difficulty and length. So we want to make sure that we clear out all of those before we get to a fighting chance. And that's what we're going to start off with today. Once we finish up those quests, we are going to head back to the Lighthouse, pick up a fighting chance. That's going to open up some new quests and a bunch of companion quests for us to deal with. So, but first, like I said, we're going to travel back to the Lighthouse. We're going to check on conversations real quick. We'll deal with those, and then we're going to head out and clear up a bunch of these side quests. So, see, we do have some conversations that we need to have. So let's head up and talk to Emmerich and Tosh real quick.
I can't believe you're asking for a favor as though nothing's happened.
What crapped in your bed?
Sorry. Didn't know you two were in the middle
Rook!
of...
Excellent. Come in. We could use a second sober voice.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
It's a figure of speech.
Huh. I was wondering when this had happened.
I don't follow.
You two didn't seem to be bonding.
I need one of these little needle things to dig some crap out of my armor. Death Mage won't give me one.
First, a bone threader is an extremely delicate instrument. Second, it's Emmerich. Tash, my name is Emmerich, not Death Mage, not Corpse Guy, not... I won't repeat the rest.
What? You are a Death Mage.
Why are all my attempts to converse with you met with scorn? What have I done to you, Tash?
You talk about corpses too much.
It's a rich topic.
No, corpses are messed up. They used to have people in them. You make a move like they're alive, but they smell wrong and they move wrong, and none of it is okay.
Oh.
Especially the ones with skin still on them.
Look, you two may never be best friends,
Nope.
but maybe we can aim for getting along.
I'd no idea necromancy upset you so deeply, Tash. Quite honestly, I didn't think you feared anything.
I don't. But I could have said it was bugging me. I didn't think you cared what I thought.
Of course I do. We're colleagues on this journey.
Okay. Sorry I called you a liker. Skull liker.
You two could still learn things together you'd never find out alone. Emmerich, you clearly find talking about dragons boring.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Aren't you curious why Tash likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify magic, Tash.
Maybe he could share a little, so I know how to deal with walking corpses next time I'm in an old ruin.
I'd be happy to.
Thought you might be.
Well, as Rick said, we knew that was going to come to a head at some point. They had been kind of bickering with each other back and forth through the entire thing. So I think that should clear out all of the available conversations. So we're just going to start over here on the left, and we're going to work our way through all of these to the right. So we're going to head out to the hospital wetlands, and actually, let's take some people who we haven't taken very much. We want to increase the experience that we're getting for everybody in general. This might mean that we're going to be a little short on detonations and things like that, but we should survive. So let's also stop in over here.
Greta said thanks for the repair job.
Wasn't a problem.
I hate these merchants. Really do.
What are you after today?
Okay, so still short here. No valuables to sell. Probably not a lot we'll be able to purchase. Nope. We do have a theme that we can purchase here, and I'll take those. Like I said, my one little
We're here if you
give
need
in
us.
to aesthetics in this game.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries, they're taking advantage of the blight and looting what was left behind. They attack wardens on sight even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
Okay, so that's going to pick up the spinning gold from Gray quest, and we're going to accept that.
Have you seen Ivan?
We're also going to go walking around a little bit. Just check and see if we have any others here in the Hossberg wetlands. We don't. I'd prefer not to get immediately into a fight here by jumping into this beacon, so I'm going to jump into this beacon over here. Actually, we're pretty close. I'm just going to... Oh, no, we're not. I'm going to jump into this beacon. I need to head west out of here. Okay, that's it. I'm sick of this guy. And this guy.
They're down.
All right. We should have pretty close to full momentum now. We do. So let's head in here and we'll deal with the first of these. Oh, not here.
Mercenaries. Got the last warden who found us. We've got you too.
Let's get to work! Fight!
No challenge at all.
Okay, I really don't want to be fighting these guys on my own. Am I stuck in a corner?
Watch your back.
They're taking us apart!
Come on. I don't even have enough run up. Okay, that's it. Tired of fighting in these close quarters. Don't even have enough space to get a run up for my long attack there, my charged attack. So we're just gonna come back out here.
Again! A clean strike!
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal.
Fighting
and they're
rogues
willing
in
to kill
close
for it.
quarters is
Profiting
never
off the
good.
blight?
Then fighting those
We'll
guys who
put a
do
stop to
nothing
it.
but block attacks until you break their guard and you don't have enough run up in close quarters is just as bad. So
I'm
take some
giving it back.
time, get your
The arrow
distance.
stays in your quiver.
I just wanted you to know that I...
You carried it because you couldn't trust me. Now carry it because I trust you.
Why are they so tough?
Trouble scouted.
Earn your coin!
Take whatever you find.
Already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them.
Profit comes for me.
them.
Every...
Killed. These aren't darkspawn wounds.
No. Human hands did this. The mercenaries.
Okay, so one more group up here. And more rogues. Wonderful.
We have eyes on them.
All right, everyone.
Oh, and they can shoot through walls too. Even better.
They're at range.
We need to close in.
I wasn't...
Come on. Thought I killed him. What was that non-block? I sat there and waited for that, and my mouse just said, nope, I don't think so.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Then we got our target.
Okay, we need to just
We should tell Warden
zone
Sawyer.
in here a little bit. I hate those, of all of the character types I fight, of all the enemy types I fight, the mercenaries with their shield blocks and their rogues, and the Antaam with their never-ending ranged attacks are the absolute worst. Just drives me nuts. Give me anybody else other than that, and I'll be happy. So let's head back and talk to Warden Sawyer back at camp. Hey Dave, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Sorry I was a little busy getting my butt kicked.
Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that too.
Okay, and that's going to complete that quest. And we did get some skill points for Harding, and this is what we want to do. We want to get everybody up to about the same level here as we go through, and we're kind of 5 to 8, 5 to 7 it looks like. So we want to get everybody up to 8 at a certain point, and at least get everybody back to that kind of level. So Lucanus, we had upped these two. So we got deflect and additional momentum. So with Harding, we'll take this And we'll take the healing. Okay. And we're going to keep those two with us for now, because we want to start experimenting with Adrenaline Rush a little more. So let's take a look at our map, because we shouldn't have anything else now here, I believe. Yeah, nothing that's available to us. So, Docktown. And while we're in Docktown, we're going to take care of a little side matter that we've been putting off for a little bit. And that's because we needed to until this area opened up. Well, let's pick up our codexes here. We've been neglecting these. And that thing I'm talking about is the Candelhops.
A Candelhop.
Okay.
They carry
now
messages
there's
through the
a
city.
unique that goes along with the Candlehops that we definitely want to pick up. And we'll talk about it more when we get there. So the first of which is here. Okay. Can you find the other Candlehops, please? So
Is
that's
this for
going to
us?
lead you on
Strange. It wants us to find
it's an
more.
unmarked quest here in the game. But the first one that you encounter is normally right here. So the next one that we need to go to is over here. And we're going to head east out of here. We're going to go up this ladder. These two ladders. And we're going to immediately take a left. Get into a fight here.
There! Your masters bid you destroy!
Take it to him!
Snipers! Imperium! I demand more! End this!
Clear.
We're going to head down here into this courtyard and we'll get into another fight. There's normally demons down here. The second Candelhop right over here.
This message.
Okay, the third
You're connected to
one is, and I have to kind of sort these out on the different levels here. Ah, yes. Here, but this one we need to head to this beacon and head up. we're going to get into a couple of fights up here on the rooftops. We got full ultimate.
Get ready.
Great, more of the rogues again. Wonderful. Great, and they all moved right out of the way.
In the back.
See ya.
Let's go.
See ya. Where did he come back from? That dude came back from the depths of off the cliff. Oh, it's not Cliff. I was wondering how he came back. Alright, we're gonna make our way around here.
Long night?
I'm still getting used to the dream thing.
And once we get around the corner over here,
Or maybe they were apples?
there should be one right here.
Another message for us.
That's strange, right? Anyway.
Okay, so the next one, I believe, is down a level. I think it's down here. So, okay, so we didn't come out here and let this down. Oh, we might not be able to do this one yet. Maybe this is why I delayed that. Let me go in here and check. Yeah, we're not able to do this one yet because we haven't unlocked that. This area over here is probably still locked. It is. Okay, so that makes sense on why I delayed that. So we're going to do the other quest here, and then we'll come back to the Candlehops. Okay, so we're going to go north out of here. And we should have 2 quests here that are available to us.
Ship got in yesterday.
Huh. Some kind of fabulous treasure buried in the city?
In Minrathos. It's a trap.
Okay, and that's going to open up a hidden hoard.
What happened to the salt room?
What really happened at the Swan? Witness spills secrets.
Now I have to remember... where this is. I think it's up here. it's not. This is the second quest that we have available to us. We can check these merchants real quick.
Ah, do you have an ailment? Or wish to prevent
So
an
nothing
ailment?
except for
I'll help
the
with
stat
both.
stuff, which will be coming back at a later time to get. Okay, so here it is. So it talks about next to the
note
lamplighter.
mentioned a bridge near here. No harm looking.
Is it true the Antaam have antique?
And yeah, you're looking for little pieces of paper.
Don't toy with me.
And it's not this one. This one we already know.
Long night?
I'm still getting used to the dream thing.
What was your dream about?
Tomatoes. Or maybe
Not
they
in
were
here.
apples?
At least it wasn't the one where you show up to a job naked from the waist down.
Huh.
Yeah, it's been a while
Where'd
since
you
I've
put your
done these
extra knife?
quests. No, it's not in here. This is the lamplighter. But I think it's around out here somewhere.
Please, if the Archon was really dead, you wouldn't be hearing about it from the Weekly Truth.
Nope. Sorry, I'm normally not this lost when it comes to things like this on my live streams. But this one, like I said, I played this quest a long time ago and honestly didn't take any notes over it, and I probably should have. I don't think it's in.
Minratha saved.
Because it talked about near the broken bridge, right? I don't think I missed anything up here. Maybe I missed it up here. Oh, I did miss this chest, and I did miss it up here. Because here it is. So that little side
by the water.
passage, when you're jumping up there, when you're jumping up this, don't miss it. So instead of immediately jumping up there, okay, so now the third one.
So where's the gate?
Secretive Order loses Weishaupt.
We'll pick up this codex over here. I don't think any of these are the ones that we need, because we've seen all these before, I believe. We will take the level up. Yeah, these are all things that we've seen before.
There was a blighted dragon here, and Len was stabbed by a venom.
Let's check down here.
It should be enough. I made it here.
honest. Have you ever had a dream where you forgot you had a job to do?
And you only remember it at the last
here.
moment, all the time.
And then you
Pick
go
up
to do
this
the job,
chest.
and your teeth fall out.
For me, it's always, and then I left my boots in Treviso somehow.
But the note's not in here, I don't believe.
You've never said where you're from.
Docktown, aren't we
Okay,
all?
this is going to start to
Just
get
turned up and
annoying.
started work.
Just because it's not the most entertaining gameplay for you guys to sit around and watch me walk in circles trying to find a note left on the ground. Okay, here it is.
A key.
And now this one
Oh, this is
leads
promising.
us
An ancient door?
over to
I
that
think I
area.
might have seen one while scouting the city.
So now this doorway that was closed is now open.
Watch for danger ahead. Don't want to end up like that poor soul.
That door's right here. And yes, it most definitely is a trap.
An ambush! Something feels off about this treasure hunt.
Bring the pain! Keep it on! Time to get to business!
This job ain't working.
And again, we're fighting mercenaries in close quarters, which isn't the best. Okay. That was my fault. I will give you that one. But that timing is very weird on his attack.
Ranged incoming!
Losing ally!
They really didn't want us getting through that door.
I knew this was a trap. We're in the clear.
Okay, so we do have a couple of things that we're going to look at. Don't forget this door over here. And this one here. This is going to open up our way back over there and give us access to the unique that's out there.
Oh, what?
Okay, so
What is
here's
that
the
smell?
stash that we're looking for. Both of them trapped. Okay, so they
What
locked
a
themselves
miserable
in
way to
here
go.
to avoid the mercenaries and
Desperate,
ended up
being
dying.
lured down here by the promise of riches, only to find death. A treasure hunt. Someone took the game and twisted it. They didn't
Okay,
sell it as an
so
adventure. They sold it as a way
the-
out. There's a demon feeding off the desperate in Minrathous.
Unique, and I'm gonna go
Manipulating
pick
them.
this
And
up
those who don't
first.
listen die. Evidence points to the catacombs. The rest
He is
on
going to
us.
deal with this here. Should fill up my ultimate. And that should fill my health up. Okay. So is right where we were. And this way that we opened up is the way right back out where we were. So you can see it makes a little circle there on the inside. So let's go deal with this here. And to do that, we have a new...
Get ready.
Okay, nice. Okay, and now
Nothing in our
this
way now.
is open. The door's now closed behind us. And we're gonna have a fight.
Spite felt your presence in the ossuary. One of Zara's pets.
You've been manipulating people in Docktown.
I am an answer that they come seeking. I give them something to do when their world is cruel. People will do such fun things when they're desperate.
Trouble.
Okay, so... Alright, so we're going to target, we're going to be utilizing, oh, and I didn't even swap to Adrenaline Rush here, that's nice. So we're going to pop Adrenaline Rush here and 1,000 cuts. And that is why we did it. So now I'm on my own. I got out of that. Okay, and here... Got rid of the second one. So I think it's just, nope, we got one more here. Get rid of Despondence.
We need to close it.
Where is he? No. Lucas.
Get clear!
They're shooting for us!
just be me and him.
Snipers!
Get out of there! Incoming!
We need to blow these! They're hitting us from afar! Get clear!
Ended.
That's a win.
Okay, and that's gonna upgrade the Cryptwood bow, which is nice for us because weak point hits apply necrosis, but pretty soon the Cryptwood bow is going to be going away.
I can see how a demon of desperation woke up here. It could feed on the city and make things worse.
Better than destabilizing the city only
And
helps
this
the
is going to unlock Magister's End. This is your electricity-based mage armor. The gain quickened on perfect dodge is nice. It's not something that I tend to focus on because I don't have an electricity build, which is where this really shines.
But it's gone.
But it is a
And
good
anyone else it was
piece of
manipulating now
armor
has a
to
chance.
have. Okay, and now there should be one more. Oh yeah, we were going to look at the Candelhops here. And for that, we need to no, it should be unlocked. We needed to go back through all of this, I believe, to get... Trying to remember how I got outside there. How I got outside there. Let's head back out here. Yeah, and like Lucana said, that was one of Zara's creations. Let's go grab the...
Lucanus, the
Here.
dream where you're being chased by monsters?
Is it the one where you feel like you're stuck in mud, or the one where you just cannot avoid them?
It was the first one. My legs would only move at a snail's pace.
That one's not as bad as the one where I climb a wall and they're already at the top.
Bring this move instead. So here... Trying to remember how we got to this point up here. Because the Candelhop's up there. But now I can't remember how I unlock. You have to come at it from the other direction. See, there's the Candelhop sitting up there. You can see it. Right there. But I'm trying to remember how that comes down because you have to come at it from the other direction. From the other end. And I can't remember how you get there. So let's do a little bit of exploring. I don't know if it's going up all of these and coming around. I thought this just brought you back down to 2. Oh, maybe it's... Maybe it takes you out through here. I think I've already done all of this, though. Yeah, this was here inside all of this. Yeah, and this is the bridge here, so I know where this is.
Well, there's other ways to get into the catacombs.
Someplace dangerous and unpredictable? Of course we'll find the way in.
See where this one goes. Okay, I remember this part as well. Shouldn't be anything in here. There's not. I remember this encounter. I don't think this is going to take me anywhere. Yeah, it does. This takes me back up into Docktown. So
Lucanus, do you ever wake up
I
angry
will
at someone
go
for something
investigate
they
that.
did in
That's a shame. I don't know
Not personally.
what
but
triggers
Diago still
that.
stares daggers at me. His pet snake out a window in a dream.
How could dream you do such a
Or
thing
how it get in
to
there.
an innocent snake?
If I ever
I
meet
really
him,
wanted to
I'll
get
be
that
sure
bow
to ask what he
before
was thinking.
I went on with this. But we'll pick up the other Candlehops and then we'll leave that one. And I'll see if this second quest is going to open it up. Or no, that was the second quest. No, the second quest is down here. I'll see if that opens it up. I don't think it will. So our next one is inside of the Black Emporium. It should be just around the corner to the right. It should be on the right-hand side here. Okay.
Another Candlehop.
So here's this one. We can check in the Black Emporium, see if there's anything else that we want to pick up here. Hey, I don't think there is. We have enough for the Crow's Armlet. We don't need it, though. We will take the upgrade for the Garb of Kinship. And none of these we're going to deal with until we deal with the Iron Cast later. I don't believe. Okay, we can pick up our 2 runes here. And I don't think we have any of these equipped. We don't. We'll pick up the upgrades for Harding and Lucanus's trinkets. There's a dwarven theme in here. That's it. Okay, so our next one is down here. So we're going to take this, we're going to go west and then north out of here.
Best cereal.
That's a problem.
Your defeat is nigh.
Oh,
Still alive?
Okay.
Still alive.
This one is around this way. Head around the back. This one I remember. And it's right here.
Another message.
Okay, we got the one in the Black Emporium. And then the last one we have access to is actually here. But we need to head back in there. We didn't get that beacon. We're gonna head back all the way in there. This one's over to our right. And this one you can't get into until you advance Nev's companion quest, and it unlocks this door here. There's the fast travel.
The Threads have their own dock access. But I bet half their smuggling gets run through somewhere else. They used to use misdirection.
Our ultimate up a little bit. Okay. And I believe that's the last one. That we can get to, other than that one that we were looking at a little bit ago. That's down here. Trying to remember how you access that. Let's head back to the beacon here, and we'll pick up this quest. And this one's going to be in the Cobbled Swan.
Docktown. But why? Something to look into.
Right next to us.
Why don't you care about that?
Those missing buskers performed here. Let's see what we can find. Wine. A lot of it.
Silent plains beget. Only Benetori would drink that swill.
They were here for a while, drinking. Waiting for what? Let's check outside, see where they went.
Okay, so now we're going to be on a trail here.
Wine. Probably a cheap vintage. Not the same as the wine inside. I think the buskers drank out here. That's blood. Did one of the buskers get hurt? No busker would leave their instrument behind. Strings are broken. Somebody knocked this instrument around. All right. The Venatori are drinking inside. They have a signal for when the buskers finish. The buskers go outside for a drink. They're distracted. Then the Venatori ambush them and haul them away. So we don't know why yet, but we know where the buskers were taken. The lookout.
Okay, and that's going to take us to the lookout. And we can... Ah, this is what unlocks it. Okay. So if I'd have just followed my original plan to go along with the quests here and then do the Candlehops, I'd have been okay. Because now the ladder's down. But I guess we get to complete the Candlehops at the same time.
The
because that's the last Candlehops. And it says, back with the Shadow Friends where our message first found you. So we're going to head back to the Shadow Dragon's hideout here in a second.
Still warm. Whoever was on watch just left.
Okay, we don't need the band of smoke yet. And then down here.
Dead. He's Venatori, not one of the buskers.
Stabbed in the back, and not by a professional.
Someone saw their chance and took it. We need to find the bus. Empty. Where are they? A restaurant pamphlet. The garden. It mentions performers.
Is it a lead or bait?
We could approach the garden from the rooftops. That'll give us some cover. We still need to save the buskers, but if this is a trap, let's be smart about it.
Okay, so our last location here is going to be at the garden, and we've already been up here on these rooftops. And we'll approach the same way. And get into a fight again.
See that? Bad guys.
Okay, so I don't want the Centurion, I want the War Mage, and I'm going to get Adrenaline Rush. Draconis is going to drop this. And now I am going to get 1,000 cuts.
Join with me.
Alright, that'll end the difficult part of this. Oh, come on. Where's the block? There it is.
Watch your back! Fire, cannon!
End it now!
Venatori. I'm not far from the garden. That's not a coincidence. Let's go in and see if there's any sign of what happened to the buskers.
Okay, and we'll follow the same path down to the garden.
Face. You're running what happened at Weishaupt through your head, aren't you?
I was so close.
It can't really help to dwell on your mistakes over and over.
I'm not dwelling. I'm analyzing.
Gillenine is a god. Or godlike anyway. We did great. You...
Someone wasn't spending much on their wine.
As I was saying, Gillenine is a god.
What can I get you?
Have you seen any buskers from Docktown today?
Ha! I heard those songbirds had gone missing.
The Venatori had plans. I set them straight.
Ah, you're a rook, aren't you? Done a lot for the city. All right, they're below. Just make it quick before someone sees you.
That's going to open up that back area. Let's check with the merchant
Hungry?
first.
Thirsty?
And again, we're going to be coming back to get all of these damage boosts and defense boosts and that
Some
sort of
days
stuff.
we have a mystery stew.
Hello? Who goes there?
Are you the buskers? We're here to help.
So, are you a fellow felon?
Call me Rook. I've been looking for missing buskers.
Lex Aulos, street balladeer, and sworn enemy of the Venatori, apparently.
How did you piss them off?
Well, say I'd composed a catchy but searing satirical ballad with rhymes for vainglory and excretory, and then taught said ballad to every performer in town.
That would do it.
Well, thanks to you and the owner's entirely legitimate seaway access, we live to compose another day. I'll send word to the other performers in hiding. Adieu, Rook. Our ballad needs another verse that mentions you.
Okay, and that's going to finish up out of tune. Pick up the memento and the chest here. And now we're going to head back to the hideout here.
You had me followed.
Sorry, it's right here. This is the last Candlehop message that will unlock the upper floor here.
Or whoever sent the messages. But was it a game? A test?
Neff says no one knows who makes the Candlehops here.
This
Memento,
city forces no one understands,
codex entry,
and we play hide
and
and
are
seek
unique.
with one.
Okay, and this unique is the reptile recurve. And this is what we're going to change to. The thing that our build right now is working off of is necrosis and bleeding stacking. We also have additional damage that is being done by enemies that have necrosis. Our weapons do extra damage versus them. Now we're going to lose 20% here. When we change out of the Cryptwood Bow, we're getting plus 20% damage versus enemies suffering from necrosis. But here, we're going to be able to, one, get many more necrosis stacks. Our necrosis damage is going to be dropped by 50%, but we can stack it up much faster because this weapon applies necrosis on hit. Okay, we're also doing a lot more physical damage with it. Okay, and you're going to see this kind of play out and how we use it as we go. We're going to be using a lot of quick shots. We're not going to, we're still obviously going to be using headshots, but we're going to be using quick shots to apply necrosis before we start fighting against an enemy so that we have upgraded damage against that particular enemy as we go through it, or as we go through the fight. So now that should clear out all of the quests here. Where's that one chest left? Okay, let's make sure I haven't missed that chest up there. So we'll follow the rooftops around to the garden again.
I know that face. You're running what happened at Weishaupt through your head, aren't you?
I was so close.
It can't really help to dwell on your mistakes over and over.
I'm not dwelling. I'm analyzing.
Gillenane is a
And
god,
see
or
if
godlike
we are
anyway.
missing.
We did
so
great.
this is below
You-
us on the map.
You did great. But analyze away, if you're sure it helps.
Okay.
I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Good.
This doesn't take us down there. We need to get here. So I would think it's somewhere up here that we would find a way down. Oh, yes.
Not a problem.
Okay, so now we've got that one. Ooh, that was close. So this isn't opened to us yet. Okay, we don't have any hidden markers, so yeah, I guess this one isn't open to us yet. Okay, so that should finish up all the quests here in Docktown. So the Necropolis Halls is next. Okay, and this one's right down here in the middle. We'll check in with the merchant first.
New spirits haunt. You return.
Okay, so let's sell everything here. Getting closer to getting them leveled up.
Victory to the living.
This haunting, to our chagrin, was once one of our own Fade explorers.
He delved where he should not.
Okay, so now we need a Hauntings from Beyond quest that we're going to pick up. And this one is actually going to take us back right where we came. And we're going to have a fight right out here. As soon as we step back out there, we're going to get into it.
There's that haunting Myrna mentioned. The Fade Explorer.
Here we go.
Oh, he's undead, so he's going to be immune to necrotic. timing. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this off in time, but we'll see. Oh, we did.
I'm good.
Jeez.
Watch your back.
Timing, that was just horrible.
But the hair is still standing up on my neck. Good work, everyone.
Horrible timing on my part through a lot of that fight.
I took care of that Fate Explorer.
We are greatly indebted.
He can now rest for a time.
Our collegial allies in the Fate have informed us of several undead banding together.
They have begun to seek blood.
Okay, so that's going to complete From Beyond, and it's going to unlock Shadows of Fortune. Shadows of Fortune is going to take us back to the Crossroads. So that's where we're going, over there. But first, we're going to deal with these. With the Antaam here. And you can see now every attack that we make with our bow gives us necrosis. And we can stack it up really fast. And do you see what is happening? We're up to 8 stacks of necrosis. And even though necrosis is doing quite a bit less damage, with that many stacks of it, it doesn't really matter. Because it doesn't matter if they block it, we're still stacking up necrosis. And with 9 stacks. So this is a way for us to deal with stuff at range quite a bit easier than it used to. And we'll just wait for our arrows to fill back up and do it again as needed. But what we're really also going to be using it for is to apply necrosis so that our weapon damage is higher.
Ooh.
And that's what we'll illustrate here.
There's a haunting.
Snipers!
Ranged attackers!
We need to close it.
down. Let's go deal with...
Don't just stand there. They're hitting us from far. On your left.
Stay in cover. On your left.
Got him good, Rook.
I'll range.
Stay in cover.
Yeah, weird.
Everyone still alive?
Okay, so that's kind of how the fights now propagate, is you actually are using your bow for something during the fight.
All the time.
Whereas in the past we weren't doing that, and we are now certainly going to be doing it to apply necrosis to us, or to enemies before we get into that fight. Okay, so we'll go turn this quest in. I think... I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done these. Can't remember if there's
We
one more.
finished off a whole group of
or not.
skeletons.
Interesting that they banded together.
It availed them not.
A possessed dragon. We must find why its body was entombed here. We have heard, Rook. You were present during Weisthaupt's final hours.
It wasn't pretty.
Memory will hold their dead.
Okay, so that is it. So now we can head to the Arlethan Forest. And we are finally going to get to head to an area that's been locked to us for a while.
Patrols have checked in. They found some more relics. Looking to inflict some pain? I have what you need.
Okay, so we'll just... pick up some of these items here. We don't need many of these. We'll pick up the rune. But we will start picking up some of these, especially for our companions. Pick up the gift for her. And I think that's it for everybody for now.
Come back alive. No
That's, once we picked up the gift, that's gonna open up the quest for Balara to give her that gift. And this quest is, first one's right over here. And I think we have 2 or 3 quests here in Arlethan to do.
I wonder what this is about. What happened here?
Nothing good.
Let's look around, see what we find.
Okay, and this is going to get a growing corruption. So we'll head up here to this top level. And it should be up there.
Trouble nearby.
But we are going to get interrupted. We're gonna have another fight down here.
Targets ahead.
And now we've got Darkspawn.
Making the rest of us look bad, Rook.
A body here. Something attacked them. Whatever it was, it went that way.
And every one of these areas that we're in, we're going to get into fights of some sort.
Ranged incoming.
Oh, come on. Now I'm stuck on the rocks. I hate that one up there. Okay.
Well, that's a relief.
Trouble ahead.
And another body. Whatever did this was on a rampage.
Okay, in the last area, we're going to need to head down this way. You can follow the blood trail. Lead you around this side and here. is our body.
We got company.
And who is this?
You can talk?
The Blighted Mayor.
It's the mayor from Smetta's Crossing. He's blighted.
I guess wolves didn't get him after all. Let's finish the job.
The mayor that we left behind.
They're shooting for us.
Has now come back as part of a quest. And this is the direct result of that choice that we made way back at the beginning almost of this game.
Good riddance. One less horror in the world.
Okay, so you would not get this quest if you had turned the mayor over to the Grey Wardens. And as such, we also are going to gain 50 reputation with both the Grey Wardens and the Veil Jumpers because of it. So it took a while for us to realize the rewards for that choice. But that's exactly what that choice was. Okay, and then Treviso should be our last one.
And the warden spared time for us after Weishaupt?
Hey,
Rook, we have news about the Antaam's experiments with Gatlock.
What's happening?
They're working with Venatori to set off these new and improved explosives across the city.
The Antaam will claim it was to scare away Darkspawn, while they destroy areas loyal to the Crows.
Our agents cannot be everywhere. I will mark several locations where they store this Gatlock. Destroy it discreetly.
Okay, so this is the Statuary Fine Art and Antaam quest. Now this is a continuation of the previous one of these. And it's really going to be hunting down different groups of Venatori and Antaam working together and destroying Gatlock supplies at each of those locations. So our first group is going to be around here.
Something else?
Who?
Spite?
Spite?
There's the experimental Gatlock. Looks like the Venatori and Antaam are guarding it, but they haven't set it up to explode yet.
Let us make sure they never get the chance. That's the last you will ever see.
I'm just going to sit back here and stack up necrosis on these guys.
Die for failing! I feel a blessing.
And again, just let the range damage do its work.
Our lives are forfeit.
Good hit. We need to get rid of the rest of this Gatlock.
Have you thought about
left,
calling him
there's
something else?
Who?
Spite?
That's all the Gatlock here. On to the next spot.
Okay, so now we'll head to the next location. Okay.
Over there. More of that gatlock the Venatori made stronger.
Yeah, I think this one we have to go up this way.
Everyone. Don't stay there.
So again, you're able to stack up necrosis even when they're blocking.
Send their regards.
I'm just gonna let all of that necrosis just work.
Okay, just one more pile of gatlock to deal with.
It doesn't look like the Antaam even know how to use it properly.
Okay, and the last one... Need to climb this. And before I head over there, just gonna go look around a little bit. Okay, so now I'll head back. And the last one's going to be right over there. You can already see it. Again, I'm just going to sit here. Let him tick to death.
Get ready. Good job.
Just that easy. Like I say, this bow really changes how you handle some encounters. Before you get into close combat with enemies, you can really get them softened up quite a bit. Okay, so we'll head down this way and we'll get our last cache down here. And for this one, you jump across over here like you always do.
There's that last cache of Gatlock. And the Antaam and Veilguard are on alert.
Sabotage! The Antaam take no orders from you!
Get clear.
And our last cache is right here.
There. We've gotten rid of the last of this new Gatlock.
I almost thought those Antaam and Venatori would turn on each
And
other.
that gets us another
You were
level.
pretty unhappy.
So we've got 2 skill points here. So we're going to make our way toward Hurricane of Blades. And Penetration 15% and Hurricane of Blades. Now I believe that leaves us with one more. Yes. Just one more. To make our way down here to Lightning Quiver. So we need 3 points to get to it, or 2 points to get to it. And we'll take the weak point damage and then Lightning Quiver.
Be about how their magic.
Okay, so I think that's the only quest that's here in Treviso. Yes. And I think that clears out all of the additional quests. Okay, so let's go back to the lighthouse. We're going to have some conversations. We will run our quest to give the gift to Balara. So this is from the buskers we rescued. Yeah, this is for getting rid of the despair. And here's the formless one that we beat last episode. He is now locked into prison for another 1,000 years. Let's look at our map here real quick. Okay, so it's just Balara that we need to have a conversation with, so we'll head out and go do that. And we're also going to need to do a couple of enchants.
Manifestation.
Okay, so the reptile recurve bow. We could apply, we normally do hip fire with this, so we could apply hip fire damage if we wanted. I think this is what we took off of the Cryptwood bow. It was. See if we're upgrades. Okay, so we can upgrade to level 9 on everybody. Okay, and last we'll go talk to Balara, and then we're going to get back to the main quest. Oops, Balara's down here.
Wow, thank you.
Okay, and we'll take a quick look through our items and our companions here. Okay, so yeah, that was the upgrade for the Mercenary Blade. Orionized Talon, we're definitely going to be keeping on. The upgrade for the Cryptwood bow that we got. Okay, so we are going to also start looking back to where we were. With the duelist coat here in a little bit. But for now, the advantage that we're gaining is something that we definitely want to focus on. We got a few belt upgrades. And then we'll quickly look at our rings. We definitely want to keep Precious Decay on. Yeah, the Exacting Shard, we just don't have it upgraded yet. But this is what we're going to keep as long as we can get it upgraded. The plus 25% necrotic ability damage while necrotic weapons are active, but they're always active. Which means that we're always going to be getting plus 25% necrotic ability damage, and that's what 1,000 Cuts is necrotic. And then defeating an enemy while necrotic weapons is active applies necrosis with your next melee attack, so now we're able to do it with our melee attacks all the time as well. So we did pick up a few more runes, but none of these we want. What do we have here? Let's go look at these. So we're going to swap that out. Take the 10% health. We already have Scourge active. I think we'll take the penetration probably. Let's just look. Yeah, actually, I'll leave the invulnerability. And we wanted to look at our companions. So Balara did get some upgrades here on her bows. I don't think this really matters. This doesn't really matter as well. +1 revival charges will equip. And Lucanus also got an upgrade here, but he's got revival charges equipped. Tosh did get a weapon upgrade here, I believe. Yep. Okay. So now we're going to activate our main quest here. Pick up a couple of codex entries.
It's the risk of the path we've chosen. Sorrow and anger waiting in abundance. Familiarity rarely dulls their teeth.
Right. Spend enough time as a warden and you'll see plenty of death. Thought I'd gotten used to it. But Weishaupt...
You blame yourself. If you'd been faster or fought harder. If you hadn't missed your best shot at the architect of all that misery.
You did your best. Both of you.
We all did. Just means our best must be better.
It will be. Next time, we'll be ready.
Count on it.
Seems like you're getting along now. Better than before, at least.
Lucanus is still an assassin. Kills people for money. No offense, Rook.
And Davrin's still self-righteous. Judgmental, too. Typical warden.
If we let that get in the way of stopping the gods...
We won't. We cannot.
We can't afford infighting. Not with the odds already stacked this high against us.
Returning from Treviso has put much into perspective. Our arguments, our personal problems, it's as Emmerich says. They hold us back.
We won't stop the gods while other worries weigh us down.
I'm pleased my words provided clarity on how we all felt. Now, if I may suggest...
Rook, I've been looking for you.
Something wrong?
Evka sent word. They've found something.
Right then. Rest of you, find Tash and Nev. Let's go see what the Wardens have to share.
And now we're going to get into it. Okay, so we've got a couple of conversations right in front of us to have.
This smells amazing. Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
Try everything once. That's what I say.
I want to, but sometimes I just like having what I like.
Nothing wrong with that. So, Harding, what do you think?
It's... delicious.
You don't have to pretend to like it.
I mean, it's good. It's nice and... warm?
Rook's right. You don't have to pretend. I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
You really wouldn't.
I know, but... sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Well, everyone you know seems to like you, so you're good.
Good job, Lace.
You must have been pretty tiny as a child.
Where'd that come from?
A tiny dwarven girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, Yeah, I'd probably learn pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar in their coffee.
Maybe coffee just isn't my thing.
Alright, so now we need to help the Grey Wardens. And we need to get everybody together in the library to start this off.
We've gotten word from the Wardens.
Have they found Gillenane?
Not yet, but they found something else worth killing. One of her blighted dragons.
The one that attacked Treviso?
No, the one from Minrathis.
Damn it.
Where is it?
Hofsburg, not far from Lavendel.
Last time we fought, we hurt this dragon enough that Gillenane called it back. This time, we take it down for good. Everyone's coming. Nothing left to chance.
This time, we've got a dragon hunter on our side. Right, Tosh?
Right. We can do this.
Everyone get your gear together. Potions, arrows, whatever you need. Time to kill a blighted dragon.
Okay, now going into this, I'm going to pick my my companions based upon what we're going into. And that means I'm taking Tosh with me. She has extra damage versus dragons. And I'm going to take Emmerich as well. Tosh can apply Overwhelmed. I can detonate it. Emmerich can apply Weakened. So can I. And Tosh can detonate it. So we have multiple different avenues here for detonations. And she gets extra damage on her detonations.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon. What's the situation out here?
Could be better. The Darkspawn attack, then immediately withdraw. But they never hit the same place twice. They're testing our defenses for weaknesses. Darkspawn aren't supposed to be that smart. But it's not really them thinking, is it? Weishaupt left people terrified. No one signed up to fight gods. The first warden called it the blight to end all blights. He might be right.
By my count, Elganon and Gillenane are the last two gods, aside from Solus. If we put them down, maybe this is really it. The last blight.
It's hard to imagine what that looks like right now.
First things first. Let's deal with that blighted dragon.
Right. We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby. Probably licking its wounds after its fight with you. We've got ballistas ready with clear shots on the tower. But it won't come into the open. Already lost 11 wardens trying to pry it out.
Only another dragon can fight a dragon in a tight space. Anything else gets shredded. No room to dodge or keep your distance. We need to lure her out to have any chance.
How do we do that?
Get me inside the tower. I've got a call that'll grab her attention.
Works for me. I sent word to the Shadow Dragons. Thought they might want another shot at this thing. Besides, figured they owed you one after you helped drive it off the last time.
And?
Haven't heard back yet. We reached out to the Veil Jumpers too, but they've got their own problems with the Venatori. Looks like it's just us.
If anyone can do this, it's us. We had your back at Weishaupt, and we've got it here.
Okay, here's where we stand. Wardens Janey and Rodri are keeping people out of the battlefield. I don't think anyone local will test their luck with a dragon, but we're taking no chances. They've already got orders to let you through.
Good. Rest of you can head to the walls. Give the wardens all the support you can.
Got it, Rook.
Good luck. To all of us.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick check on my gear here before we head out. Well, not my gear as much. So attack my targets, dealing 25% damage versus health. This bonus is doubled versus dragons, and it's now tripled versus dragons. So if she's on cooldown, make sure we get her on attack my target. And then plumed male, we have 50% detonation damage versus dragons, and detonating dragons adds 1 stack to every affliction already on them. And we're going to be stacking, using our bow to stack up necrosis as well. And then we have her abilities applying burning. That's another deal that's going to go here, is that every ability that we give, once we detonate it, is going to add 1 more stack of burning on top of it. So for her skills, we're going to be focused on applying Overwhelm here. We obviously have that done up the most, but we're not going to forget about Dragon Strike or Dragonfire Strike if we get into another detonation that we need. And my Pilfer's on cooldown. So for Emmerich, attack my target applies vulnerability to necrotic damage, and that's going to be huge for us because of all the necrotic damage that we're doing. So we definitely want to start this fight out by using attack my target, and we want to be reapplying that whenever they're on cooldown for their abilities. We want to be having apply or attack my target back in effect. His companions, I don't think that we have anything else on keepsakes, so that is what it is. For here, so none of these are demons or undead. So yeah, I think we'll keep this. I would probably want to switch over to the funeral finery, but I hate to lose the plus 20% affliction damage in this, but I think it's better off that we go that way. And for his skills, either for Entangling Spirits to imply weakened, or as we've seen before, Final Race to detonate Sundered, which I can apply for him. We do have a backup for healing, but I don't think that we're... So we can stick this in here just to be on the safe side as a backup. Okay, and let's head out here. And you can talk to your companions on the way out here, but there's nothing really that you're going to learn. They're just, you're helping the wardens out. We don't have full ultimate, but we do have full momentum.
Rook, I heard you were coming.
Dragon's right this way. Careful though, nasty creature. It's already killed 11 wardens.
We already have first-hand experience with this dragon. We'll be careful.
Agreed. You'll find it straight ahead. Good luck, Rook. We're ready when you are.
She's still a dragon under all that blight. A wounded and angry dragon.
Meaning?
That lair is a death trap. She'll rip us apart. So we challenge her, draw the dragon out into the open, then attack.
Sounds good.
Just make sure everyone is ready.
Are you ready?
I've got this. Just you and me now.
Everyone, get ready!
Wardens! Ready ballistas! Wait for it. Wait for it!
Come on. Come on.
Hit the wings! Force her to land! Second detachment! Flank on the walls! Let's go!
Okay, and we're definitely going to drop a save here. Just in case.
Out of the tower.
And let's get our dragon fight on.
Coming in hard. Ready?
Okay, so we definitely want to get all of them attacking. And we've got Necrosis already started here.
Let's go.
And my first one...
Watch out for those claws!
I see them! I believe she felt that!
Still a lot of fight left to go. We need to bring this thing down.
She's growing weaker!
Give it everything you've got. It's not getting away this time. This is the lid for you.
Ah, mistimed that.
Set that one up!
Don't think it's that easy.
Second dragon!
Press the attack! Bring that first one down!
Vaughn!
Gillenane.
Mortals! You defied me at Whitehawk! Stole my archdemon! I will have blood for that! Be healed, my pet! The blight grants you new life. Bring me their bodies once you are finished.
This is why I saved my abilities. Because now we need to fight 2 of them at once. So, your best bet here is to focus one of them.
Let's kill it for Lucanus.
I came to Whitehawk's bearing gifts.
Okay, just keep all of your...
You reject this world's salvation.
One dragon or 2, doesn't matter. Can't lose here.
Keep all of your damage focused on one. And just watch your... Watch your threat indicator.
But I must have material for the work.
came in.
Viper!
Thought you could use a hand. Fire!
You're late!
Didn't want to arrive without a gift. Enchanted ballista bolts. You'll even pierce blighted dragonhide. Let's bring them down, Rook!
And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to focus one. Okay, but we do have another option here. We can fire an enhanced ballista bolt. And that will immediately put it into stagger.
Keep at it! Reinforcements! We'll hold them off. You take down those dragons.
We will take this affliction you call the light and remake this world as a pure, shiny...
So while it's up in the air, I'm going to focus this one.
will be repurposed for the greater.
Now he's back down on the ground. Okay, so here... I don't think we're going to. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the other one. Out of this fight while we focus on trying to kill the first one. Okay, so that's one down.
Then focus on the second one.
Okay, and now we've got all of, we still have our ultimate here, and we're gonna combo this up. So I have weakened, actually this is showing as out of it. Okay, so here we should be good. I'm gonna pilfer, because I need the health.
light is death. It is raw potential, a perfect tool of creation.
No! She's reanimating the dragons! We have to stop her!
Wounded! Press the attack!
Oh, sister. Do not be blinded by righteous anger.
They stole Rosakill from me, Algernon. My greatest creation!
A thrall is easily replaced. You are not. Without you, the Blight is a brute weapon. Only your hands mold it into life.
The mortals deserve worse. But we have crucial work in Arth.
After it is complete, one resists.
The Dread Wolf's influence. His presence lingers.
Ever defiant. For now.
I guess an epic fight needs an epic cutscene.
You know what lesson I learned again today?
What's that?
Never bet against Rook. You can find the twisting path through any problem.
God still got away. Now Elgernon's pissing everywhere to show everyone how big he is.
We came to kill a dragon, yes? And instead, we killed a bear.
That took 2 of the gods' pieces off the board.
And we have our revenge. And so does Treviso.
We won the day. Can't take that from us. But the dragons are only weapons. The wielder is still out there.
How do we find them? The gods, I mean.
Evka, when we arrived, you'd already reached out to the Veil Jumpers.
Right. They couldn't help because they were dealing with the Venatori. Coincidental timing, isn't it?
And Gillenane mentioned Arlathan.
When did she say that?
After Elganon cast his spell. I was close enough to hear them.
Arlathan is huge. The gods could be anywhere in that forest.
The Veil Jumpers can help us narrow the search. We help with their Venatori problem, then odds are good we find the gods' trail.
Good luck. We'll keep watch here.
Yes, much to do. If you have time for Lavendel, there's something I could use help with.
We lost a lot of wardens today. After Weishaupt, we need to be stronger than this to face the gods.
But we'll do what we can. We always do.
The wardens have your back, Rook. All the way to the end.
Okay, so we did well in the fight. We had a couple of bad situations where we got trapped in some ranged attacks from them. But for the most part, it worked out pretty well.
So that's Algernon, huh? I didn't think it was possible, but we got lucky at Weishaupt.
We were fortunate Elganon and Gillenane disagreed on her attempt at vengeance. But why did Elganon let us live? We were at his mercy.
They talked to each other like we weren't even there. It wasn't until the spell started to fail that he noticed us at all.
We weren't a threat until then. He left as soon as we were. Means he's clever enough not to push his luck.
Whatever the reason, we made it through. And this time, no dragon escaped.
Thanks to Tosh.
That's why we recruited them.
So what's our next move, Rook? Arlethan, right? Help the Veil Jumpers?
That'll put us on the gods' trail, but we need to be ready for the fight once we find them. Which means we need to help our allies be as prepared as possible. The 8 of us can't face gods without help.
Elganon's arrival certainly puts a dreadful emphasis on it.
So we help our allies.
And track down the gods.
And maybe deal with our own crap when we've got time.
Like finding out who Zara was working with.
Look, the mission's still the same. Stop the gods.
Which means?
It means we offer to help the Veil Jumpers with the damn Venatori. Then we figure out what our other allies need and help them get it.
And us?
I need you focused and ready to face impossible odds. So tell me what that will take. We've got work to do.
Okay, and that's a big milestone in the main quest line.
So Elganon finally showed his face, huh?
Now we've got to deal with both gods. And Elganon showed everyone he's more powerful than Gillenane.
You play the hand you're dealt, right? No matter the odds. True in both life and games of wicked grace.
People died, Varric. My team's still not at their best. They're trying, but their own problems are getting in the way.
So deal with those. You'll strengthen your own hand and weaken the gods at the same time.
Why would helping my team hurt the gods?
The type of people your team's having problems with, they want power. And the gods have plenty of it. Those types will crawl over to the gods and see what's on offer. And the rest? They'll just keep making your job harder.
Help my team to save the world, then?
Right. And your other allies, too.
We've taken down an archdemon and 2 blighted dragons. That's impressive. We even made Gillenane bleed. Twice. We have to keep up the fight.
You've got this, Rook. Just fight one battle at a time.
So as I said, this is a pretty big milestone in the main quest here. And after this, you're going to start to really look at the rest of your companions. Got an upgrade for the reinforced longbow, but we're not going to do anything to replace the reptile recurve yet. We got new strength from everybody. Everybody's bonds increased, and that's what I said. It's a big milestone here, so you get a lot of stuff happening at once. We're going to proc a lot of quests here. And we're going to have some missives about what we've done. So, Lucanus and Emmerich are going to be together working on something that we'll go talk to them about. And then the Crows need us to, or this is what happened after we took care of the Gatlock in Treviso. But now let's look at our companions real quick, and Davrin now has a couple of skill points. We've already moved down the death from above line here with him. We've already opened up Heroic Strike and maxed it out. So I think now we're going to start looking at a couple of the other options we have. Nothing else here is going to work for a detonation. Okay, but Battle Cry allows him to taunt. Now, taunt is not something that I tend to focus on, and it doesn't affect the boss enemies, but what it does do is draw attention towards him for a while. That can help me focus on enemies that are attacking him from the back, so especially in those mercenary type of encounters. I can focus on them with not having to face their shields. But the other thing it allows me to do is he can focus the melee enemies and have them focus him while I go after the ranged enemies. So I'm going to make my way down the taunt path here. The other benefit that taunt has is that there is some health benefits to it. There's also some enhanced damage and that sort of stuff that goes along with it. So we're going to start working our way down here. And when you're at low health, Battlecry automatically triggers if it is not on cooldown. So this is another thing to help take the focus off me. And it's nothing I have to do. It just works automatically. So for Tosh, we're working our way down her detonates weakened line here. And now, again, we have a choice. So this is offhand attacks dealing physical damage. The staggers up plus 100 and applies bleeding. And then here we add 2 stacks of burning to enemies that are hit. The detonation damage is 50% extra, and this ability always causes burning. We don't care so much about her offhand attacks. The stagger's nice, but the additional affliction with burning here is going to work with us really, really well. So we're going to head down this way. And then Lucanus has a couple of skills, so we've maxed out Adrenaline Rush, and we're working on Debilitate here. And Sleight of Hand, and now between these two, so Sundered Duration and Sundered Effectiveness, we normally do detonations immediately after it's done. So we'll go with Effectiveness here instead of Duration. For my character, we picked up another bow, which we're not going to be using. And we should be good. So let's look at our map here, and we're going to have conversations to have. Okay, and it's going to be, again, almost everyone, and this is why I say it's another big turning point. So let's go talk to Tosh and Emmerich.
Hey, remember the dragon we were talking about with the lords?
Which one? There were a few in that conversation.
The fire breather that was killing people. Veil Jumpers sent word. She's in Arlathan Forest. Destroyed a village and turned it into her new lair. I've got the location from the Veil Jumpers. We can go whenever you want.
Okay, and most of these are going to open up a side quest that is part of the companion storylines. And one of them in particular is going to actually get us a Hero of the Veilguard designation for one of our companions.
Do you remember, Rook, when I mentioned another ceremony I must perform at the Memorial Gardens? The time has come. I was hoping you'd accompany me again.
More grave lighting?
No, this would be a more personal visit. Whenever you've time.
Okay, so another companion quest opened up. Let's go head outside. We'll check in at the workshop first.
Fire and
So,
ice.
still about 2,000 for our last shop rank up. But we do need to look at some upgrades for our companions here. Because some of these are a little low. And these are using items that we have a lot of. we'll just continue on down this line. You can see a lot of these I haven't upgraded hardly at all. So getting them up is going to get us some substantial damage increases for all of these weapons. Now for Emmerich, we want to do an enchantment as well on the funeral finery. So let's go do that so we don't forget it. No, we don't want that one. Yes. The one extra stack of necrosis. Whoops, we're in enchant. So this is already max. Oh, this is mine. So Davrin. Most of these are already upgraded. And Balar is probably short on some of these. Okay. So now we're all upgraded and enchanted. So let's head south and go talk to Harding.
I heard from Kal Sharok about the missing dwarves. Stalguard's one of them. I have to go help. They sent me maps of the area where the missing were last seen. It's a start. You're coming to help, right?
I promised I would.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. Let's not wait too long.
Now Harding's quest opens up a new destination in addition to the quest. And at the end of that, she will get her Hero of the Veilguard. And there's a choice that goes along with it. So I don't want to do that one today.
Rook, something's come up. Evka dug around and found us someone who knows more about the Gloomhowler.
Anything useful?
Our new friend wants to talk in person. Figured you'd want to come along for this one.
Okay, and then Davrin's side quest. Go up here and talk to Nev.
I've got a meeting with the Threads.
The Threads? What for?
I need leads on Aelia. I'm hoping they have something. Dharma said to invite you. Someone's on his good side.
And there's Nev's side quest, and then we're gonna head in here.
Well, he did worse than just try to kill me.
Really?
The guy stiffed me on the job. Those were good potions I used. Expensive, too.
Right, that makes sense.
How's it going over here?
It's okay. You know.
You can take my seat, Rook. I was just leaving. Belle, swing by when you get a chance. I found another set of papers for you.
Thanks, Nev. That's nice. Sorry, Rook. Not great company right now.
You just want to sit here quietly? That's fine. I can do quiet.
You're not very good at silence.
I'm great at most silences, just bad at awkward ones.
Fair enough.
So, what's bothering you, Bellara? You know, if you can narrow it down.
Nothing, Rook. Don't worry about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's Syrian. You saw who he is, what he's become.
Yeah.
He's a monster, Rook.
But despite that, he's still your brother.
I would have done anything to get him back. Even join someone like that, like Anaris.
But you didn't. You turned them down.
I did, but Rook, it was hard. I wanted my brother back. I mean, before all of this, Syrian and I were the same. Inquisitive, driven, pushing ourselves. The search for the Nadister Thalin, the archive, that was both of us, working together. I want to say I'll keep saying no, keep turning him down, but he's my brother. What keeps me from doing what he did?
You're part of the team. We watch each other's backs. And we have a strict no-turning evil policy.
How do you enforce that?
I ask you not to turn evil? In a firm voice. I'll work on it. I'm kind of making this up as I go.
Our team motto, pretty much.
Let's paint that on the side of the lighthouse.
I'm sure Solus would love that.
You good?
I'm good. Thanks, Rook. I'll see you later.
Okay, and that's going to lead, I believe there's one more conversation we have to have. Well, let's see. Okay, no, that was it. So let's take a look at our world map, and we're going to see a couple of things. Let's go through our locations and see if any new quests popped up. Doesn't look like they did, so let's take a look at our journal. Unwanted Guests is the next piece of the story quest line. We are not going to be doing that for a bit. We have a bunch of companion quests that we need to deal with, and we have something wicked in the Hossberg wetlands. And that's what we're going to go do here for the last bit of today's episode. And I want to take Tosh and Bellara, just because I haven't taken Bellara in a while anywhere.
Rook.
Pick up a couple of codexes.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
All right. Whatever you need. We'll do what we can.
Thanks. We must get ahead of this.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
I have a feeling he's right.
Fine. I'm great, the plan's great. Let's hope we don't die.
You are, it is, and agreed.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the Hoard hits.
Okay, so the first part of this is
Let's check on the warden
just walking
sentries.
around and checking in a little bit.
Got something in mind.
How much valuables do we have? Not very many. And I think we're caught up here. We are. So let's go around and check on the sentries.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We'll stand together and see it through. We won't fail.
Tell Evka we're ready.
Now, one other thing to think about is what is around you on a couple of these sides. There's a ballista down there. Okay. So there's a ballista down here on this side that you can use. So just keep that in mind because you're going to be choosing sides. You're going to be choosing which sides you want to go to during this fight. And you have to kill a certain amount of enemies throughout this. Kind of like we did with the last Darkspawn Horde that we fought the Gloomhowler at. And some of these fixed weapons like that can make things a little easier for you. Okay, now here in the middle, we don't have any weapons.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
We've got you. Let's kick some ass.
Yeah. We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
And we'll head over to the third side. And looking out here on this side, again, no fixed weapons for us to deal with.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
Now we need to go back and check in with Evka. And then we're going to be presented with our choice. Now the choice, like I said, it doesn't really matter which way you go. But if you can make things a little easier for you, why wouldn't you do that?
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
Okay, so our first blast is over here where we just came from.
Let's move.
And you don't have a choice here. Okay, this fight is here and you have to go for it. So we're gonna head for this one straight up.
Lavendel's the only place that's still alive out there. Let's keep it that way.
We're not at the hook yet.
Be ready for the next call. We could check on the caves, see how the fight is there, or head to the farmland.
And now you're gonna have a choice. So we're gonna head over to the other side, where we've got a fixed weapon emplacement to help us out.
This is it. They can't break through.
Okay, can someone else take the Hurlocks off me, please? You guys are back here fighting the dregs. Can one of you take on the Hurlocks, please?
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
Antoine. What is it?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
Okay, so you can see how useful the ballista can be there, especially in the ending of that fight.
It's in here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. Antoine, you sensed something strange. What was it?
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods. But now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
So you have a target, but not enough details. I've had contracts like that.
What? Ah, yes. You can relate.
Well, to a point. I can guess based on people's nature, but this...
Is something entirely unknown. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe.
And that's going to complete something wicked. So this isn't the ending of this for now. There's obviously more that's going to come in. We can look at the Great Griffin Helm. This gives us the final ability on it, which heals you slightly when companion abilities activate. That slightly is very slightly. It's only about 10 to 15%, it looks like. So it's not a whole lot of healing that you can gain from it, but it is something for it. But again, not something that we're going to give up our necrotic weapon damage and doubling that damage if the enemy's suffering from necrosis, which now paired with our new bow, that's going to be really nice. And then once we have the Antaam Praetum fully upgraded, and those final attacks versus enemies suffering from necrosis are going to add one more stack of it, is also going to be very, very nice. So,
Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like
last thing we'll do here today is take a look at our level up. And as I had mentioned, we're trying to make our way down to Lightning Quiver, and between weak point damage and charged bow damage, the weak point damage is the way that we're going to go. We need one more to get us down to Lightning Quiver. Once we're done at Lightning Quiver, we'll see what, and we're not going to use these abilities that are out here. But Lightning Quiver, once we get it, is going to unlock all of the abilities on the tree. And once you do that, we're going to gain a flat 15% bonus to all ability damage that we do. And that is going to apply to 1,000 cuts as well. So we'll be getting closer to our final build at that point, and how we want to final spec things out. At the end, we are going to do a respec. There are a couple of different optimizations we can make. Not a whole lot, but there are some that we can make to this. And then we still want to continue down this tree here, over here, because we're going to be gaining adrenaline a lot. And these things that are granting us adrenaline and stacking it up is really going to add burst damage to us. And this is a huge part of the tree. So we'll be saving 4 more ability points at the end to get down to here. So if you add that up, we're at 47, and there's only 3 more points that we can play with. We've got 1 more point that we're going to utilize here, and then we'll look at the last 2 things that we're going to pick, and how we're going to utilize them. And they're going to be up here. Enemies are always going to be suffering from afflictions with us, so dealing 100% bonus stagger using strike abilities, which 1,000 cuts is going to be good. And then control abilities release nauseous fumes that apply necrosis to nearby enemies. Again, we're a control ability here, so applying necrosis to everybody else is just going to help the build that we have. So on our character, I think the only thing we picked up was that helm upgrade. Yep, and that's it. So I promised I'd get you out of here in time for the Super Bowl here in the US. So we are definitely going to end our live stream here. And we'll pick this up next week. As always, thank you all for being here. I appreciate everyone being here to show up in the stream and support the stream, because as I always say, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.